Dear students, as we are studying chapter 2 of business studies, that is principles of management. In last lecture, we have started studying Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management, out of which 7 principles have been studied. That is division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration of persons. Okay, now we will study further. Now we will study next part of principles of management. 8 principles: centralization and decentralization. So centralization and decentralization's principle is related to distribution of authority. Authority means power to take decisions. Centralization refers to concentration of decision making powers in few hands in the organization, whereas decentralization refers that issuing powers at a different level to take relevant decision. To ensure the smooth working of organization, it also reduced the burden of top level management that they can focus on crucial decisions. So Fayol suggests that there must be balance between centralization and decentralization, and major crucial decisions must be taken by top level management, but routine decision must be taken by lower level management. In a small organization, centralization can be preferred to maximum extent, but in large organization, decentralization is suggested in order to functioning of the organization smoothly. Fine. See, this picture depicts the centralization and decentralization. This is a matter of degree depending on the condition of the business and the quality of its personnel. That means Fayol suggests that if personnel or employees are trustworthy, then maximum degree of decentralization can be adopted. But if personnel and employees cannot be trusted and they are less in their skills and qualifications, so complete centralization or maximum centralization should be preferred. All right. Now see the positive effect. By applying this principle, benefits of centralization as well as decentralization both received. Fast decisions can be taken and strict control can be applied. Consequences of violation of this principle: delay in decision in case of complete centralization. If there complete decentralization, in such case decisions can be delayed, and there might be misuse of authority in case of complete decentralization. If complete decentralization is there, so there must be misuse of authority, so there must be balance between them. Ninth principle is principle of scalar chain. Scalar chain is the chain of authority relationship of superior and subordinates from the highest to the lowest rank. Fayol suggests that there must be chain of authority or hierarchy of managers followed in communication in the organization. That means subordinates must report to immediate boss only. That means they received order from immediate boss and issued to immediate subordinate. What to do if there is an emergency? That means quick message, quick communication is required. So Fayol suggests the solution, that is gangplank. So what is gangplank? See this picture. In this picture, gangplank is the direct communication of to subordinates in case of emergency, that is F and G. If F wants to communicate to G, first in the absence of gangplank he has to communicate with D, B, A, C, E and G. But in such case time is consumed and decision gets delayed. So F can use gangplank. That means he can directly communicate to G in case of emergency. Now positive effects of this principle is ensures systematic flow of information. Communication gap in the organization can be avoided. Consequences of violation of this principle, it leads to communication gap if this principle is not followed. Confusion in authority responsibility relationship exists. Next principle is principle of order. Fayol suggested that there should be fixed place for every material resources and as well as every man in the organization. There must be orderliness in the organization. Fayol emphasizes two types of orders. Material order, that means fixed place of every materials, and social order, fixed place of every employees, means proper setting arrangement of employees is ensured in the organization, like fixed place or particular cabin, etc. So a particular person who is required at a point of time can be found at particular place. See, this picture depicts proper orderliness of materials and employees in the organization. Positive effects of this principle, it reduces wastage of time in search of man or material, ensure smooth and systematic working of organization, better discipline can be maintained, as well as optimum utilization of material and human resources is possible. Now if this principle is violated, then what's the consequences? Delay in work in search of people or material, create confusions and chaos in the organizations. Principle is principle of equity. So equity refers to equal treatment with the employees without any discrimination for the gender, creed, caste, sex or age. Otherwise, employees will be dissatisfied and will not put their maximum efforts to achieve the goal of the organization. Employees must be treated kindly and justice must be enacted if loyalty and devotion is expected from them. So equity creates loyalty and devotion to the employees. But remember students, it doesn't mean that equal salary should be given to peon and the manager. Equal treatment in respect of disciplinary rules, policies, leave rules, punctuality and other treatment. Okay. So positive effects of following this principle, employees get satisfied. They contribute to their maximum capacity because they are motivated and encouraged. Now consequences of violation of this principle will lead to dissatisfaction among employees, stability of employees endangered, as well as it can create unhealthy relation between superior and subordinates. Next, 12th principle is stability of tenure of personnel. This principle is related to employees, that is human resource. As we know that human resource is very valuable assets for any organization. Any organization is recognized by their effective and valuable human resource. So Its principles are very helpful in dealing with the employees. They should be provided stability and continuity of their tenure. Retaining productive employees should always be a high priority of management. There should neither be frequent termination of employees nor they should be transferred frequently from one job position to another. On the other hand, it also increase recruitment cost, selection cost as well as increased product reject rules are usually associated with hiring new workers. Now see positive effects of this principle. Following this principle improve efficiency level of employees. It reduce wastage of time and resources. Now if this principle is violated, it lead to wastage of resources in learning new job. Definitely it also create frustration and dissatisfaction amongst productive employees. Next principle is initiative. According to this principle, the successful management provides an opportunity to its employees to suggest their new ideas, experiences and more convenient method of work. Management should take steps to encourage worker initiative, which is defined as new or additional work activity undertaken through self-direction. It will be more useful if a platform to do so is provided to employees. The employees who have been working on a specific job since long discover new and better technique of work. Now positive effects of this principle. It develops a feeling of belongingness in the employees with the organization. Employees achieve the target on time if they are set up with the consultation. Adverse effect of this principle. Employees will not work to the best of their ability due to demotivation among employees. Okay, last principle is esprit de corps. This means team spirit, that is harmony in work groups and mutual understanding among all the members. Management should encourage harmony and general good feelings among employees to achieve the best possible results. Fayol cautioned the managers against dividing the employees into separate groups as it might damage the morale of the employees and overall interest of the organization in the long run. Now see positive effects of following this principle. It develops a teamwork spirit. Achievement of group goals is possible. Now consequences of violation of this principle will lead to team goal may not be achieved, no team spirit and more stress on individualism. Last module we will study the case related to principles of management. Now imagine your school. If you observe that books are kept in office, chalks in the library and office records in the staff room, do you think, is it correct? Do you think these things are kept at proper place? No. So which principle of management is violated here? Principle of order. Yes. Now how will that affect the achievement of school objective? So your school objective is to provide you education for your development and growth. So school is able to achieve this goal in such case, in such condition? Definitely not, because violation of this principle will lead to mismanagement of school activities due to required material are not found at proper place. So third point, as a manager, one should follow the principle of order and every man and material should be available at proper place so that every activity can be carried out smoothly without delay of time and wastage of resources. Fine. Now read the next case. Kanika and Priyanka are typists in a company having same educational qualifications, but one is getting rupees 16,000 per month and another one is getting 10,000 per month as salary for the same working hours. So which principle is violated in this case? Exactly, principle of equity, principle of equal treatment with the employees having same qualification, same working hour and same position. So they must be treated equally in terms of financial benefits or other incentives as well as opportunities too, because violation of this principle will make employees dissatisfied, as like Priyanka in this case, which affect her efficiency and productivity. All right, thank you so much.